Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to another trek through the dungeon starring everyone's favorite Felid, Mewtalisk, who's over there, thank God. So, a couple quick announcements. Firstly, I have gotten not one or two, but quite a few actually messages with regards to the last video I put up, and the fact, most notably, that its quality was shit. I apologize, I have no idea how that happened, but I'm using a new microphone and new sound card now and trying in an attempt to make sure that that never happens again. I wanted to go back and re-record the video, but surprisingly you're not allowed to use save states or go back in crawl, so yeah, that was not an option. That's one. Second thing, for those of you who are wondering where I've been or why I haven't posted any other vids for a while, Diablo 3 came out. I have been playing this game a lot. As it stands, I've already beaten the game on normal, because it was just that fun. Yeah, so that's been taking a fair amount of my gaming time. Ooh, apparently I still don't have invincibility to my own Mephitic. How about that? Come on, baby. Oh, you can't see him. That's what the problem is. Okay, so that's two. Third, my gamer tag for Diablo 3 is King of Blades, all one word, number 1315, I believe, 1315. So if any of you who you guys know who you are, I'm sure you're out there, are also into Diablo 3, and you know you're doing your nightmare mode runs or whatever, and you want to try and chill and do some more, do some dungeon crawling in a different dungeon together, you know, hit me up, let me know, because I believe that could be quite entertaining. And I'm always interested in getting to know you guys outside of my crawl vids as well. So that's the next thing. That said, the weekly crawl vid will come out once a week, absolutely will. And to be quite honest, right now I'm feeling just a little bit tired of doing the dungeon crawl in Diablo. So let's see if I can't crawl through a different dungeon a little bit more efficiently. Last we left off, back to the game. Last we left off, I had tried to take on statues on the previous floor, and still forgotten that I was not supposed to be using Summon Ice Beast. Well, I'm making that same mistake again, so bear with me. Let's recall again. D, okay. Making that same mistake again of not using using Summon Ice Beast as opposed to going straight for the big guns with my abominations. Partially because I'm probably going to be able to get away with it, at least for a while. Let's go ahead and make sure swiftness is on. I don't want to get... Oh, you know what? There's an ice dragon and an Etten skeleton, and neither died. This looks like a job for Throsted Barcode and his incredibly powerful army of abominations. Back off, back off. Please, for God's sakes, everybody stop attacking and come to me. What are you doing? Go kill them. There you go. There you go. You really gotta control these guys. A little bit of control, and these guys can vastly improve your results. Let's try and deflect missiles, just because I do see the possibility of being missiled. There we go. I'm being hit. Boom. Why don't you guys go ahead and just tell these guys what's up. Okay, so we didn't win that fight exactly, but we didn't lose the fight either. And since I have deflect missiles, I'm comfortable just standing here and shooting them back. But it looks to me like most of my abominations died in that fight. And by the looks of it, there was even more Yaktuars than I initially saw. So it's a good thing I didn't try and take them all on myself. I'm gonna need to kill that elf myself because it is constantly turning invisible. There we go. It's gone. Go ahead and oh, I'm not able to I'm sorry, I've been trying to sacrifice these corpses, but apparently I was forgot who I was for a moment there. A little bit of an out-of-body experience. Deflect missiles because of the electric eel. Now what? Because I'm pretty sure it works on electric eels, even though electric eels shoot beams. I'm pretty sure it's all qualifies as a missile. Okay, if you can't actually pick it up. Drop some other chunks instead. You won't be needing all that Yaktuar. What is that? A dwarf? I thought dwarfs had been eliminated. Oh, I'm still playing the old version. And that was a shapeshifter. That makes so much more sense. And it was a deep dwarf, so I suppose they are still persistent as enemies. Alrighty, Ice Beast to my rescue. Please rescue me. God damn it, you're a piece of shit. I can't see him. That's the problem. And none of these guys will be able to either. Come on, just walking around, you're gonna end up bumping into him. There you go. Yeah, that guy was proving to be too resistant for my magic missile, or I guess my Isekundur's Mystic Blast, which is my equivalent. Alrighty, let's find the next down staircase. This is just gonna be basic dungeon crawling for now. We do need to reach the realm of Zot, and that's what we're building towards. I'm pretty sure I already memorized Shadow Creatures. I did not yet memorize Shadow Creatures, so before I actually enter, I have some prepping to do. But, in terms of utility spells and reliable casting, I have those both up. Actually, let's see what I've got, what I'm rocking here. Traps and Doors is already exceptional. I don't know why that's on. It shouldn't be on anymore. Yeah, turn that off. Summonings is good. Honestly, I probably could turn it off at this point, but whatever, because it's my trickle experience point. No, this is all good stuff. Let's just keep moving. I guess fighting is pretty low. Turn that back on. Try and get it up to 11 or something. Throw Confuse in, just do some damage. Gotta love orcs. No matter what floor of the dungeon you're on, pretty much, you always have a chance of running into an orc. I emphasize pretty much because, well, I'm sure eventually it's not true and I just don't know it. Gotta remember that that guy is using a ranged weapon, so don't want to get in range. Where did he go? It's all about getting that right flank up. Let's just back away through my summons. If I don't have deflect missiles on, I'm not safe against it. And now is a good time to bring out the horrible things. Or rather, now is the longest I could have possibly delayed before bringing out the horrible things. Let's put on deflect missiles because I know that there's a Yaktuar at large. And I don't want to walk into it. Apparently not going to be a problem this run. A one-way gate to Pandemonium, which is ironically more dangerous than hell. Alrighty. Let's see, what's next? Yeah, I've fought Hell Knights before, so I guess I shouldn't be that scared of this guy. But then right now I'm feeling terribly exposed. He hasn't seen me. I can just back away, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Make sure I have a nice army. And sick him. There we go. I worried over nothing. Though in Crawl, that's never a bad thing. Oh, there we go. That's the something that I was worried about. There's way more of them than met the eye. Not more to them than met the eye. That would be Transformers. That's another 2 takedowns. That's a third. Boom, baby, boom. And I'm pretty sure they come in sets of 3. Or 4, sorry. Alright. More takedowns. More takedowns. It's like, you know that sprint thing? Wherever you go, you'll have the network? Yeah, it's like, I go somewhere. Oh, by the way, wherever I go, I have the network. Oh my god, what a brutal, brutal axe that is. I feel like he must be invisible or something, because it doesn't look like we're even damaging him at all anymore. Let's do that. Come on. You know you want to die. Yeah, this guy definitely can't see him. That really sucks. I didn't realize that that Orcanites could turn invisible, actually. He must have had something special that he was doing. Okay, let's see. A boulder beetle. I feel bold about fighting a boulder beetle. Terrible puns are funny. In a few moments I'll be saying waka waka. Come on. Come on. Oh, where did all you guys come from? I guess he's been retreating. Moron that he is. Let's go ahead and try and get some of that health back. I don't like proceeding with so little. Okay, we'll let them go ahead and 86 that guy. Okay, next up. The redback is down. The redback is down. It's different than the quarterback, I suppose. Let's just go straight for horrible things here. I don't want to mess around. Not with the fact that I'm... Oh, for some reason I thought that was a longer corridor that I had to get through to get out, but whatever. Now I have horrible things. And they wiped these guys out with much aplomb. Very good, very good. Okay, that's another takedown. Do I have anything I need identified, actually? Nope! Looks like I got everything I need, so let's go ahead and start trucking something else. Guess we'll drop the Scroll of Fog and drop the drop 2 potions of agility. Still have a royal jelly. I haven't checked this in a while, but there's no other royal jellies in the jungle? Yeah, or in the dungeon. Okay. Spiny worm goes down, and the hatchback is toast. You know, I hesitate to say it only because the dungeon crawl random number god seems to have a way of knowing when I say when I mock it on my microphone, but this is actually proving to be quite simple right now. Not much is happening, and I was expecting a little bit more of a challenge on this floor. So I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised that I don't have a challenge right now on this floor. Let's see what goes next. Oh my god. Stop flanking me. I flank you, not the other way around. There we go. Between blink and recall, I have the tools to position, and controlled blink and recall and all that. I can position myself versus my enemies very well, even after an initial scope. Notice how good my stealth is. I'm still I mean, I have walked right up to them, and none of them noticed me. And there's 25 rolls that they had to between the lot of them, roughly, to try and do that. Okay, they are all befidicked. And I will now bring in some of my companions to finick them. Finish them. That ought to do it. Go and slaughter them, please. I will be out here watching. Or not watching. That actually cost me a bit of intelligence, but whatever. It's literally a pittance of intelligence, not like a reasonably large amount. Alright, let's ignore everything here, because unless it's Felid equipment, which I believe is an oxymoron, or contradiction, which doesn't exist, then there's nothing for me to pick up, because I already have a ring set that I'm proud of. Okay, that's one more floor completed. On we go. Actually, you know what? Do I have any spare abominations? Now on we go. We're going to need to blink, just because this is a very bad battle situation. Like I was describing earlier, I can really shuffle my battle setup pretty easily, based on, you know, by using a combination of spells. As long as I got the mana for it is the key thing. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little bit discouraged. There's some pretty significant enemies here. Let's turn on that deflect missiles and speed ASAP, and then start spam casting so that I have enough military power to deal with the frost giant as well as the Yaktuar. Okay, frost giant's down. Yaktuar captain is down. And this is part of why I spam casted quite when I did. I was concerned that it wasn't just the, I mean, if it was just a frost giant and a Yaktuar captain, I wouldn't have been very concerned, like, at all. But rather it was the fact that they're both there, and I didn't know who else was around the corner simultaneously, because I was on a new floor, that were really throwing me off. You know, a lot of these things are instinctive to me at this point, and I don't really think to mention them anymore. But yeah, once that balance tipped a little, you notice that the first thing that was there right outside my range was another of those gigantic orc giants with stones. If I had been a little bit bolder than I was and just run forward, I'd have died, because I would have run smack into him. I don't know. I gotta drop something. Let's drop the Book of Air, I guess. Anything worth memorizing in here? No? Okay, good. Go kill. Rip, tear, kill. Rip, tear, kill. Not a Harry Potter reference. Why is there a rat? I mean, I'll eat it for sure, but this is kind of deep for just ordinary rats. That's like the third frost giant, or second frost giant I fought today, so... Somehow I accidentally dropped all my food, when all I meant to drop was my carrion. Not carry on, carry in. Get with the program. Or pogrom? No, program. Definitely program. Notice that orc priest, while I did all of that piggery-jokery, still didn't even know I was there. And also notice that despite the fact that I am near endgame state, he's still able to deal 14 damage to me. Yeah, that's the reason we all hate Smite. It's also, incidentally, the reason why having no armor is kind of awesome and kind of scary, and you really need to play at a distance. Crowd the fucking night. Okay, good. what's my abjure? Should be L? Yeah, okay, good. Abjure. Abjure. Kill the freaking vampire. And oh, beautiful. Beautiful. You guys did loverly. Seriously, if you were lovers, that's exactly how it would have looked. There we go. Put the army behind them. I'll get it done. It's like I primarily am using I'm primarily using my horrible things, but then I'm stretching them with ice beasts as much as I can get away with. Yeah, see that guy, gigantic Etten over there? That's gonna be a good reason to back the fuck off. Summon a bunch of good monsters and then just get out. Okay, he is down. And not a moment too soon. Because, well, let's be real here. I don't want those fights to take any longer than they have to. Let's go ahead and take a look at what I got here. So I am feeling more than a little bit bold, to be completely honest, and I'm considering maybe just going into the Abyss voluntarily. Hear me out on this. I'm pretty powerful right now, yeah? And the Abyss is, well, it's a pretty dangerous place, sure. But at this point, it's not a place that should be too dangerous for me to at least be able to survive a while. That's one. Second, I already have a bad taste in my mouth from having gone into the Abyss once and died and never, you know, making good on that. Third, I could get another rune out of it. I know on a previous run using a vampire wizard, I entered the Abyss and got out alive with the rune. So, that's something. I guess my only real concern would be I don't want to end this run prematurely because I get bold. Anywho, I'm nearing the limit of my time for now, so what I'm thinking I'm gonna do instead... Yeah, that was what happens when you don't pre-summon. I mean, I definitely am not gonna do the Abyss now. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue clearing floors, because if you'll observe, we are on the dungeon floor 26, and the end is actually in sight at this point. So that's a decision I'll have to make later. Please, dear God, just go down. Why am I losing so many of you? And why are you still alive? There we go, much better. Something very horrible when you run across an enemy that can actually take on your army. I mean, just imagine what he would have done to me if it was 1v1. Of course, if it was 1v1, I wouldn't have been a 86 health summoner. I would have been something a little bit more robust. Oh, Lord, have mercy. We're gonna need more abominations. Lots more. Okay, that's 3, that's 4, and that's a bear that still managed to get out alive. Okay, the bear's down. Work on the hairy devil. Hairy devil is down. Drop the food. Yeah, my bears versus your bears, baby. And mine, they just keep coming. I don't see it. There's just a few hairy devils. Those aren't monsters. Those are jokes. and yet I'm not laughing. There we go. It occurs to me that the Ice Beast is going to be very ineffective against the Ice Giant, because if you're going straight down... Shit, I forgot not to... I'm going to go ahead and summon my horrible things, because, yeah, there we go. That gave me the best chance of survival, the cushion around me. That was just... You'll notice that I was actually quite safe, as it were, and yet I was getting all freaked out. That's because that kind of proximity to an Ice Giant, even with a bubble of space around, presents very real risks, and there was no convenient place to just flash out to. That hallway is wide enough that I'll be able to hit him 2 at a time, and, yeah, take him down. There's really no point in my going without some summons up. Lord knows that the moment I encounter anything, I'm just going to be doing some summoning. But my intelligence is down to 18, and that's why my casts of... whatchamacallit. When I cast Summon Horrible things, only 1 or 2 appear instead of, like, 7 or more. Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, that's... right now, I'm willing to deal with that, because I'm not constantly in emergency situations where I need an army every time I push the button. And rather, I'm preserving my ability to restore abilities. Oh my god. An unfriendly tentacled monstrosity? Unconscionable. Go kill him. Okay, that should either win me the fight or last me a while. I'm gonna go with neither, because that's a lich. Yeah, and liches present a unique challenge. So let's go ahead, back off, spam cast, abjure, and go for the jugular. Yeah, baby, I am so glad I have abjure right now. Okay, I'm dying. Gonna have to get the fuck out. I'm not willing to stand here and fight any longer against this guy. Like, I'm not saying that I can't win straight up, I probably can. I'm saying that I have 17 mana, and I put way too much time into this character to turn out I was wrong. Okay. Restored. There's an Ice Giant. None of my troops are alive naturally. That's fine. Go kill him. Please kill him. Fine, I'll kill him. There we go. For God's sake, it's an imp. It should not require 14 mana to kill an imp. 16 mana to kill an imp. I totally could have just recalled, but instead I resummoned because I know that there's, again, an unknown area with lava here, probably some big snakes or fire breathers. I'm gonna want more raw mass. Like that. There you go. Go kill. Okay, should be dead. And I'm coming up to the place where I fought the Ancient Lich, so it would pay to have a massive army already ready to go. Where is my haunt? That's what I need to do. Okay, my mana is not critically low, but it is on the low side, so I'm going to try to preserve my mana so that I can get it a fair, healthy amount first. And head in the... Oh my god, I nearly walked smack into that guy. There we go. Get a flank off on him. Okay. I'm not seeing where the ancient lich is hiding. Or just the lich, I suppose. I keep saying ancient, but he's just a lich. Only in video games are you more scared of an old man. Why are you guys not attacking him? I set him up for you. There you go. Kill that nigga. Sorry. Did not mean to use that word. Alright, go kill another one. And another one. And, oh god, no, and another one over him. There you go. And another one. I'm actually quite hungry, so a series of Yaktuar corpses are kind of awesome. Oh my god, there was just one and it only gave me one chunk of all the lousy odds. Yeah, that Iron Imp is an irritation, not an obstacle. Just totally gonna ignore him. If I walk over it, all my abominations will die. Because they'll try to walk right over it too, and they probably won't be as nimble, and they'll get sliced in half, and it'll just be bad news bears all around. Except without the bears. Dabbers. Okay, you know, it's just like my luck that I was ready for the lich before he came, and then when the lich came I wasn't ready for him anymore. I just got drained for probably a reasonable amount of EXP, but he forgot to summon, which gave me the huge advantage. Because he didn't have summons, so he died immediately. Let's drop 2 rings or scrolls of remove curse. Actually, you know what? I totally need to use one of those. Eat the chunk, put on the cursed ring of teleport, put it over the Vachlir dealy, and read a scroll of remove curse, and then put on the, what was it I was actually using? Vachlir? Yeah. There we go. Note that my summon horrible things is still at excellent, even though I only have 8 intelligence. If I get through this floor, I'm probably just gonna... I'm gonna try to get through this floor without using a restore item, but then I'm gonna restore my int because this is actually critically low at this point. This is the kind of low where you fail to use a blink when you mean to blink or something. And just so you guys are aware, the reason that I'm able to do this so well is not just the spell casting, sorry, not just the summoning, but really the spell casting is helping a lot as well with bringing my reliability so high. Okay, got the cluster around me, gonna eat a royal jelly, bring my intelligence back up to 26. And boom, walk in on an Etten, so it's a good thing I pre-summoned quite as much as I did. On M. Let's not fight those guys if we can avoid it. Like, I want them to come after me, not the other way around. Somewhere here in a wide tunnel would be ideal. Shout a few times. Get some attention. Make sure I have deflect missiles up. Come on, one step closer. Kill him. 3 on 1. We can do that. There we go. No, that's just a bad fight. Just get out. Just get the fuck out. Okay. This is going to be a very uphill fight after all. I've got this narrow corridor that I need to fight in against a series of enemies that are able to deal damage on a line. I'm just gonna leave, actually. That's just such a bad entry point. It's a loss, but at least it's a loss that didn't result in me losing the entire game. I'll find a better area to fight from. This is where the first most important lesson of Crawl comes in real handy. That lesson being, you do not need to kill everything. Many beginners learn this are taught this lesson very well by Sigmund. Yeah. Oh my lord, I am late. Okay, so because of my eagerness to actually unlock Zot, it looks like I've gone way over my intended amount of time today. And I can't exactly pretend that I don't want to see whether or not I'll be able to get through to Zot as well. Go kill things. For God's sakes, kill things. Fine, I'll do it. There, you happy? Oh, that's why they weren't killing things. These guys were backed by an iron giant. I walked up to him and shot him in the face. That's awesome. It's also extremely dangerous, but I don't know. I figured I had the health that I could tank an accident. Oh my god, that was one shot. Well, since I'm clearly about to die again, I have to be very careful not to let that happen. So notice that there were 2 deaths, 2 collateral kills. That's enough that they could have potentially killed both the Frost Beast and the Golden Dragon. And since they're coming back to me, it means they won the fight. So again, that's good. But I am now becoming more and more careless. I should really stop playing. Should really stop playing before I have to go out on a death. After all, I'm under no obligation to, you know, finish the game right now. I can totally take a second and go kill him. If you guys can't kill a bumblebee, you deserve to... Ah! The hell was that for? Okay. Picking this door, because when I start over next time I won't know where I'd started from, so it'd be important to make sure I have some stability. I'm not stable. Okay, I'm gonna call it the quits. As you guys have seen, I nearly died twice, and I don't fancy my odds of taking another roulette wheel with that. Plus I'm out of time. Thanks for watching. The Mewtalisk run has become more successful by far today than it was just yesterday, because I have actually reached the 27th floor. If I clear this sucker, nothing's left between me and Zot. What I'm probably going to do is beat out Zot, at the very least clear it, or clear some of it, before I attempt the Abyss. So, that's the plan to anticipate. Alright folks, I will see you guys next time.